5:30, working for you.
Now at 5:30, wicked and wild spring weather.
It was crazy and somewhat scary. I was like, holy buckets.
Devastating tornadoes, raging floodwaters, record-breaking snow. A look at some of the other hardest hit areas around the nation.
Right now, we're continuing to show you the damage left behind across our region as the cleanup continues.
Our live team coverage continues now. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm John Carlin.
And I'm Brittany McGraw. Tonight, we're continuing our live team coverage across the region after devastating storms ripped through on Sunday. Already, the National Weather Service has confirmed that at least 2 tornadoes touched down when the storms came through. One in Craig County. That was categorized as an EF1 tornado. Another tornado touched down in Amherst County.
Storm Team 10 meteorologist Alan Auglis is here with us right now. Alan, that Amherst County tornado was an EF2. When we talk about an EF2, what does that mean?
Winds at 130 miles an hour, and this is pretty rare for our area, and also the length of the tornado. It was on the ground for 20.4 miles, so a long distance. Take a look at this damage, just incredible. This is from Lacey Fink. We heard her story. She gathered herself underneath into the basement, had a door over her. Her family, her children all survived this. Just in an instant, this thing came through and flattened her house. Just look, just a pile of rubble there into the Elan area. We also have aerial footage from the Elan area. Just you can see everything just completely ripped apart. Everything toppled over, and that's what you get with a tornado. Straight line winds, you would have everything pushed in one direction. A tornado, everything scattered about. So that's what we're seeing across the Lynchburg, Timberlake area, and then moved up into southern Amherst County around Elan. Also, Danville, the National Weather Service out there to see if there was an actual tornado. We'll know about that shortly, but you can see trees toppled over there on the roadways as well, and even some clouds coming in from Virginia Tech meteorology students. This is from Levi Cornett. You can see that wall cloud, the very dark clouds there. Hard to tell if there was a tornado just because it was really rain wrapped. You won't see that because there was so much rain coming down, and also again trees falling down across the roadway as well, so that was certainly an issue. And take a look at this video from Chris. He had to go right off the road. Actually looks like the tornado right over top of him, or at least those damaging straight line winds. So again, we'll know later on today hopefully if Danville had a tornado, and we'll have confirmation with that with the National Weather Service. They've been out there today surveying the damage. So it's been active out there.
Yeah, Alan, a lot of this video that we have been looking at, you just see all the incredible damage, and it's amazing these stories of survival that we're hearing. Lacey Fink, she and her family were in the home when it collapsed. I was out in Amherst County, talked with a man who was in the doorway of his house when it collapsed. I know when you were on the air Sunday along with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich, you were talking about you need to go into your safe space, into your safe place. So when there are these storms like this, right, what are people doing to be able to survive the storm?
Yeah, you want to get into that lowest level of the home, preferably a basement. If not, you want to get into a hallway, someplace with no windows, a bathroom, and again, the lowest level of your home. You can see a lot of those houses just ripped in half, and in the case of Lacey Fink, the complete house torn apart. That's why she is very fortunate that they did have a basement. But for today, it's been rather quiet. It has been breezy. Satellite and radar really shows you that the system has been pulling away from our region. So that's some good news. The sunshine is back for today. But again, it's cool. It's breezy out there for the rest of this afternoon into tonight. Look at the wind gusts right now. Winds up to 32 miles an hour right now in Hot Springs, almost 40 miles an hour in Wytheville, and 26 miles per hour in Roanoke. So we do have a wind advisory up until 8 p.m. for winds up to 40 to 50 miles an hour right along the spine of the Blue Ridge. So for tonight, temperatures not as cold as last night. No worries about frost. It's still breezy with increasing clouds. Our overnight lows down into the upper 30s to lower 40s. Wind chills will be down into the 30s, so it is cold out there. And for tomorrow, We'll start out the day with some clouds with a warm front swinging through. 46 degrees at 8 o'clock, 55 by 11. It's going to be breezy for tomorrow, and we'll see an increase in sunshine. But look at the temperature. It's going to be nice. It will feel much better by the afternoon with highs into the mid-70s. I'll talk about if this warming trend continues in that 7-day forecast. We'll have those numbers up in just a little bit.
We're learning more tonight about the damage Sunday's severe storm caused in Danville and Pittsylvania County.
Yeah, meteorologist from the National Weather Service surveying the damage today. 10 News reporter Colter Anstad is live tonight at Reuben's Restaurant in Danville because that's one of the survey locations. Colter, what are you learning? What are they finding out today?
John, the meteorologist was able to offer a preliminary estimate of the wind speed from this storm. He also explained why all of the data collected during the survey process is so important. Of course, everybody wants to know, was this a tornado or not? But as Alan was mentioning, the National Weather Service has yet to make an official ruling. A drone from the Martinsville Fire Department gave National Weather Service meteorologist Phil Heisel a bird's eye view of downed trees near Riverbend Road in Pittsylvania County.
Oh, a picture right there would be fantastic.
We're determining, one, if it was a tornado, or two, straight line winds, and the strength of the wind in terms of the speed, the width, and the length.
After seeing the damage in Pittsylvania County, he estimated that the wind speed during the storm was in excess of 70 or 80 miles per hour. The next stop of the day was to collect data from the damage around Danville Memorial Gardens on Highway 58 and Reuben's Restaurant across the street. Behind the restaurant, a large portion of the roof of a home was ripped off during the storm.
What this helps us is we go back and look at the warnings that we issued, see if we could have provided more lead time, but it also helps the community as well. Emergency managers that apply for hazard mitigation grants use climatology to look at past tornadoes and past severe weather events and past straight line wind events in the area. So this information is used in the submission of those grants.
Heisel also surveyed the damage on Westover Drive in Danville and multiple areas north in Pittsylvania County, all the way to Gretna. Coming up in about 30 minutes on 10 News at 6, I'll tell you about a local organization here in Danville that has funding available to help people and organizations recover from this storm. For now, though, live in Danville, Colter Anstad, 10 News, working for you.
It's a totally different weather scene in the Midwest. People there are digging out from record snowfall. Neighbors in Carlsville, Wisconsin had to dig out from more than 31.5 inches of snow. Crews had to use heavy equipment to clear the snow. Some say they couldn't believe just how much snow they saw.
It's been absolutely crazy. I feel like we knew it was coming. We just didn't know how hard it was going to hit.
Now to Hawaii, where several islands are dealing with flooding. More than 150 people have been airlifted out of flooded neighborhoods. Even California took a ride on the spring weather roller coaster. In Oakland, hail came down on homes, cars, and streets. Well, after a rocky start to the week, we could be heading toward warmer weather. Storm Team 10 meteorologist Alan Oglis is back after the break with a look at the rest of your week's forecast.
And here's a look at how stocks of local interests finished a pretty good day on Wall Street.